Dr. Anthony Fauci, the director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, is facing so many personal threats that the federal government actually has to provide extra security for him, especially around his home. So CNN reported that the Department of Health and Human Services Inspector General, the agency's law enforcement arm, asked the US Marshals Service for assistance following threats to Fauci. The Marshals then deputized HHS officers to act as personal security for the doctor. Also, Metropolitan Police Department stationed at all times around Fauci's home in the district. So, I mean, we all know why this is the case. Fauci is always the adult in the room when these pressers happen. He's the one who tries to convey accurate information. He's the one who cleans up Donald Trump's messes. He's the one who has been urging the government to do a mandatory shutdown in order to keep people home. You know, these stay-at-home orders are important. And Donald Trump, for a long time, was flirting with the idea of opening up the economy again. And Fauci would speak out against that because, again, he's the adult in the room. So you have these QAnon people saying that he's part of the deep state, that he's like some nefarious figure. And you have a bunch of people, some who are just bad people, some who probably have undiagnosed mental health issues, threatening this poor man's life while he's trying to do his job and keep us safe.
So these are the things you'll never hear in the mainstream media because they're true and they do political correctness and they don't want to offend people by saying things that are obviously true. It's not 50-50. The right wing in this country is far more violent, far more dangerous than the left wing. It's not even close. It's not anywhere within miles of each other. Okay. So every time they're like, oh, there was that one guy who did this shooting at a softball field with the Republican legislators. That's true. And then there is hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of other cases of right-wing violence. And then there are literally millions of times that the right wing threatens violence over and over and over and over again. So insane people on the right wing think that Dr. Fauci, as Anna pointed out, is part of not just a global conspiracy. He's not trying to help you and help you survive. He's not giving you useful information that might help your family. No, he's part of a Jewish global conspiracy to kill everyone. I don't think Fauci's Jewish. I don't know if he's Jewish. I never looked it up because that's not a thing I care about. But he sounds like he's got an Italian. But I'm arguing with insane people, right? So anyway, so you've got the insane people who are threatening his life, but just there's the normal extreme right-wingers who are like, well, he said something bad about Trump. I don't like that. Trump's my guy.
But he hasn't. Like, that's actually the incredible part about this. Fauci has been, in my opinion, masterful in, balancing not hurting Trump's very fragile ego and conveying accurate information while also cleaning up Trump's messes, right? Like, he has been so good at that. I'm constantly impressed at how he will take questions that are purposely framed in a way to be antagonizing toward Trump. He'll take it and he'll kind of like smooth it out in a way that doesn't make Trump look like he's as bad as he really is. And then he'll do the fact checking and the correcting that's incredibly important so people have accurate information.
But so Anna, we know for a fact that it's not just QAnon guys. It's right-wingers who are mad at Fauci, right-wing leaders. And so we've given you their quotes before. And the reason they're mad at him is because he does correct Trump. They're like, how dare you? I don't care that you're right and he's wrong. I don't care that you have facts. I don't care that you are a doctor and Trump isn't. If Trump says something's a miracle cure, then it's a miracle cure. And shut up, otherwise I'll kill you. I don't care if you say that we'll lose an incredible number of lives if we open up again by Easter time. If Trump wants to open up by Easter based on no science at all, you'll shut up. Otherwise, I'll threaten to kill you. So that's the ideology we're dealing with here. So I'm not saying every right winger is like that, not remotely. Is every Republican like that? Of course not, right? But is there a very significant extremist wing of the Republican Party and conservatives that threaten violence at the drop of a hat for things as innocuous, in fact, helpful, as telling you tips and facts to save your life. How dare you try to save my life? You crossed my beloved, dear leader. That's it. I'm going to try to threaten to kill you. And that's why he needs protection.
Yeah. So Fauci was actually asked about potential threats against him during one of these pressers recently. So let's take a look at how Trump interjected.
You and Dr. Birx, have either of you received threats of any kind, or have you been given a security detail, given that you've been out here every day on camera speaking?
Well, I mean, anything that has to do with security detail, I'd have to have you refer that question to the Inspector General of HHS rather than my answer that.
Can I follow up on testing?
He doesn't need security. Everybody loves him.
Can I follow up on testing?
I said they'd be in big trouble if they ever attack. You know, he was a great basketball player. Did anybody know that? He was a little on the short side for the NBA, but he was talented. He won a game. I read the story. He won a game that was unwinnable against a great team.
He's such a bad guy. Trump is such a bad guy. He's like, you know what? This is a good opportunity to make fun of his height. Like,
it reminds me of the thing that I always bring up. And that's sometimes I remember when I'm high and can't stop laughing at how stupid Trump is. When he was honoring our Paralympics team. And he said, you know, they're great at what they do and it's wonderful. It's a great honor. But, you know, I watch it, but not too much. It's a little hard to watch. Who would be stupid enough to say that in front of the Paralympics team and on camera? Who would be that
Trump
stupid?
Would.
Correct answer.
Our president. Yeah, it's just it's insane.
Yeah.
But
I do want to say, Anna, the bar is so low for Trump that I actually saw that video and I was like, oh, thank God he didn't you know, he seemed to say, hey, don't hurt him. Good. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah. And so that was like a positive moment there. That's how low the bar is, but I'll take it.
Oh, I totally agree. I think overall that was fine. But even when he's doing well, he's conveying a message that I think is important. He just can't help himself. He's like, I'm going to do a little dig about his height. It's just like, and Fauci, I mean, he's a good sport. So.
Yeah, look,
all right.
Because he's a smart guy. He has to walk the line to make sure that Americans are safe and he gets them the right information. And he knows that if I trigger the child man in office, he get mad, he act out, me no like you, me get rid of you, right? So he says, okay, it's a good boy. Let me just tell him facts for a second, right? You know who's hard to watch? Donald Trump. That's who's hard to watch.